We've released the next big game update, version 2.0.1. It's out now on Steam and the WolfQuest game launcher if you bought the game on itch.io. Should download automatically in either case. This features the Saga modes for multiplayer and the new grass and vegetation and a whole lot more. It's been in public beta on Steam for about 2 weeks and a lot of people have played it. Here's our daily concurrent user graph for multiplayer games, and you can see it was chugging along at a moderate pace until boom, wow, the public beta comes out and it jumps up quite a bit. And it stays up there, more or less. So we've gotten a lot of people playing it, which is great. And we've gotten a lot of bug reports and feedback about it, which is great. We fixed some big bugs and a lot of small bugs and made a lot of other tweaks and refinements based on feedback. So thank you to everybody who has been playing it and submitting bug reports and feedback and suggestions. Thank you. It's so important and so valuable to the game development. A lot of new stuff in this update, including 9 new achievements with beautiful achievement art made by our community manager, Loach. We've got the takeout achievement here, bring a carcass back to your partner back at the home site. Long Howl, if you play the 2-player mode and get all the way to be elder wolves. And, 24-hour getaway. Sometimes you just gotta get away from the kids for a while. But the big thing, of course, are the new multiplayer modes for the Saga. For anybody who may not have seen the previous dev blogs talking about those multiplayer modes, I'm just going to play that part of the last dev blog again here. If you already saw that, nothing new after this, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone is familiar with what's in this update. The main new feature is Saga Multiplayer. As we showed in the dev blog in late March, we have 2 new modes for Saga Multiplayer. First one we're calling Saga Year. This is an expansion of the story mode, and it lasts through the full year now, from establishing a territory through to the end of young hunters in the following winter. Like in story mode, you can have up to 5 players all acting as members of a family pack. When playing in this mode, the game ends upon completion of the young hunter's quest before the next litter of pups is born, because things just get pretty complicated with the pups of the year aging up to yearlings, the yearlings to subordinates, especially with players coming and going, as often happens in public multiplayer games. So the other option is the full saga with 2 players. This is, as much as we can make it, just like single player, except you can play with a friend all the way through until you're elder wolves and one of you dies. This mode has some restrictions: 2 players only in a private game, using the same wolf throughout the entire game. We intend this mode to be for friends who have the time and commitment to devote many hours playing through to the end. And as in single player, it generates a family tree with each year's litter of pups. You can't do pack succession or switch to play as a dispersing pup, but you can go to the family tree and start a new game with one of your grown pups and then have your friend join you for another generation. And you can get unlockable coats from your pups. But there is a lot more in this update too. It's the new grass rendering system, some new grasses, and new wildflower. So here in game settings, we've renamed this option down here in the lower left to grasses and plants, and renamed the settings to be more reflective of what they are. There's minimal, which is just a couple kinds of grasses just to have something on the ground. There's basic, which has most of the grasses and some of the flowers and bushes, but it's a simpler method of rendering, and so it doesn't have the density, or if you try to get the higher density, it's going to perform worse. And then the 2 higher qualities, enhanced and maximum, use these new techniques to have blanket grass that can cover more areas without the extra spawning cost when you run around. And these 2 also have the interactive grass, so as you move through the grass and the plants, they react to your wolf's body. And some of the nice new features: you can enable classic coats on your pups and NPC wolves. When your Ironwolf or Eldwolf dies, you can choose to pick the heir later on. You don't have to pick it right at that moment. And tons of bug fixes. It's packed with improvements. And it's out now. So update your game and check it out.